My mother passed away when I was 24.
You were 12, your mom was paralyzed?
She was in a car accident. She was paralyzed from the neck down. The only thing she could move was her mouth and her head. I took care of her. I changed her diapers every day. I only did 4 hours of school every day so I could be home and take care of her. I have a brother, but he's a little bit older than me, but he's not ever been responsible. You know, males are not. She had 2 people break one of her bones, like an arm and an ankle.
So where's your daughter now?
She's 18. She's in college. She goes to NC State.
Where's your dad?
He passed away. My dad wasn't really around much when I was younger. He was abusive, so they split up when I was 5. I could go. There's so many men with checks and houses and that would love for me to live with them and take care of me.
You would never lie.
But there's always an ulterior motive behind all that.
Hey, this is Tish in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
Michelle.
Nice to meet you, Michelle. I have seen you for a while, so I appreciate you trusting me enough to finally do an interview with me. All right, so are you born and raised in Charlotte?
No.
Where were you born and raised, honey?
I was born in Toledo, Ohio, but I was raised outside of Raleigh in a small town. And then I've been here for like 12 years, so.
You said what happened 12 years ago?
I've been here for 12 years.
Oh, 12 years? Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember when I first saw you, and I was like, who's this girl out here just, just walking around being Mary Queen of Scots?
And I drink soda and I get a little intoxicated.
No, you were cool. No, you were cool, though. You always been cool. You always been very cool and gracious, so that's cool. So are you homeless at the moment?
Yeah, I sleep right over there.
Like, well, right over here. You look like a really cool down white girl. You're out of place in this area.
Yeah.
What went down?
My mother passed away when I was 24. She was paralyzed.
How old are you now?
I'm 30. I'll be 36 in 2 weeks.
Oh, you look young.
I do it?
Yeah, she look like you're still in your 20s.
When I was 12, my mother was paralyzed from the neck down.
So you were 12, your mom was paralyzed?
She was in a car accident. She was paralyzed from the neck down. The only thing she could move was her mouth and her head. So I took care of her. I changed her diapers every day. I only did 4 hours of school every day so I could be home and take care of her. Which is fine. I loved it. She loved it. I loved it. Like, her quality of life was still good even though she could not move.
So how did you end up, being a caretaker? Like, you had other brothers or sisters?
I have a brother, but he's a little bit older than me, but he's not ever been responsible. You know, males are not mature. So she had nurses that came in. As far as feeding and medicine-wise, I allowed because she had 2 people break her limbs, like trying to change her, roll her over, and put her in her lift. I wanted her to be able to get out of the bed sore, so she had a chair and a lift and all that. She had 2 people break one of her bones, like an arm and an ankle.
Oh,
God.
Trying to
pull her too hard, I suppose.
Okay.
So I cut all that. Nobody was allowed to change her or bathe her but me.
Oh,
wow. My mother had her bones broken.
That's a big responsibility for a 12-year-old girl.
Yes, when I started. When I first gave her her first bath. I remember it very. But you know what? She did it for me. So there's no way in the world I would not do it for my mother.
Right.
So when I was 24, I went to college. I have 2 college degrees. I speak 2 languages. Very intelligent.
Really?
Paralegal.
What degrees do you have?
Criminal justice and paralegal.
Really? What language you speak?
Spanish.
Oh, okay, got you.
I was 24. She started to, because you can't live forever like that. Your body breaks down.
Right.
She started to get, every other week she'd be in the hospital, and then she had to get a breathing tube put back in after she'd had it out for 10 years.
Right.
I knew her time was getting short and all that, but I wasn't prepared anymore. When she died, it wasn't like I took care of her so long I had nobody there to take care of anymore. And
you didn't know what to do with yourself.
No, I didn't. So I had a daughter, and I was wrong. I did have her to take care of, but I started drinking.
Right.
Every day.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 18 now.
Oh, wow. I keep thinking, I keep forgetting you're not in your 20s.
I was young when I had her. I was 16. So I started drinking. I started smoking weed. Then I started doing other things just one other thing. But I raised my daughter until she was 13. After my mother died, that's when this happened. She was 13.
Okay.
I sent her to her dad's parents' house to stay. It was supposed to be temporary. But I ended up getting in trouble with the law, so I ran away and I went to Myrtle Beach. I started drinking and doing things there. Then I came here and I followed a man here. Like, I feel like now I just try to find a man to take care of. Like, every man I get with is like a child. But I think I'm getting fed up with that.
Right. And so who's going to take care of you?
Right. I need to step up and do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so capable of so much. My potential is like, I have so much more potential than this.
You say everything is because of your addiction issues?
Well, that and the loss of my mom is what made me.
Right.
I should have went to a psychiatrist and talked out instead of going to self-medicate myself.
Well, I mean, how many people do that though? It's so much easier and it just happens so gradually.
I know it just happens out of nowhere, and then I wake up 7 years later and I'm like, what have I been doing for the past 7 years?
So when did you realize that you had to be homeless? What was?
I don't have to be homeless. But I could go. There's so many men with checks and houses and that would love for me to live with them and take care of me.
You would never
but
lie.
there's always an ulterior motive behind all that.
And you're sick and tired of it.
I've never done it. I've never stayed with anybody for those reasons. I'd rather stay out here and take care of myself, doing little measly things I do, than stay with somebody to take care of me. I don't know.
You're having a hard time maintaining a job.
I'm having a hard time leaving the substances alone so that I can go get my stuff together.
Right.
I have to get my ID again, my social security card. Now I have some criminal things on my record, so I don't know if I can even go back to my degree. But I mean, I could always do something different.
I mean, but you're bilingual too, so that's. I mean, people need that.
I have lots of options to do it.
Right.
But, and I need to start focusing on myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I hate to hear that. You never know what someone's going through. I mean, I knew.
Everybody has a story.
Yes, I can see where you're coming from. You're a young girl, 12 years old, taking care of your mother. Because if somebody else does it, they end up hurting her more, making it harder on you. And then all of a sudden, she's not there to take care of anymore, and then you're lost.
I know. I was so lost. I still am. They say time heals things. It's been like 14 years, 14 years. And like, it's not as bad, but it doesn't heal anything. I still think about it every day. But I mean, I'm better than I was in that.
Really? One thing about addiction, a lot of time goes by when you have an addiction.
It does, and it just seems like out of nowhere, some years have gone by. Like,
right.
I only was going to do this for a little while.
Right. So, I mean, someone with so much potential, what are your hopes and dreams?
Very soon that I will get myself together.
So you need your ID and everything, right?
I need to go to some substance abuse help, counseling,
right,
rehab, and get away from this environment. This environment is very conducive to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people, I need to surround myself with people who are motivated and productive citizens.
Right. I mean, there's so much for you, and you know what the problem is.
I'm getting closer.
Right.
Before I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to get party and do whatever I want.
No.
But every day now I'm like, no, Michelle, stop. And
right.
I'm getting closer.
The main thing is awareness. You are aware of the situation.
Yeah.
So where's your daughter now?
She's 18. She's in college. She goes to NC State.
Oh. Okay.
So I went to NC State too.
Oh, really? Okay. So you graduated from NC State.
My bachelor's in criminal justice, yeah.
And
then I transferred. It was kind of hard and very expensive.
Right.
I wasn't getting any help. So I transferred to a community college after this, when I was for my paralegal.
Do you want to change your life? Do you want to?
Yeah.
But what's holding you back, you think?
I don't know.
Because you have like literally all day to figure it out. But I'm talking to you frankly because
no one's actually frankly asked me that, and I've never sat and asked myself that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of it. I don't want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Why do I keep doing it? I guess it's an addiction. Because I'll go 4 or 5 days.
It is an addiction. Being out here is addictive. I love it out here.
4 or 5 days and won't touch anything.
Really?
And I'll go do my laundry, go do it, do productive things for those. I like to read. I read books like water. I read books.
Right.
So like, but after the 5th, 6th day, I started like, well, what if I just did a little something, and then it just like it'd be a binge for a week.
Yeah. Oh, so you binge. Do you have any mental health issues? Just a lot
Maybe
of
some like depression.
Right, depression.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody probably has a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, but you have a catalyst rather. You went through such. I mean, I think you've taken yourself for granted of what you went through. You went through a lot. You were a child taking care of a full-grown woman.
Every moment of it, because those are the moments I had with her. So.
Right. Where's your dad?
He passed away. My dad wasn't really around much when I was younger. He was abusive, so they split up when I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I still talk to him here and there. But he passed away before my mother from lung cancer. But we came to amends. Like I went to see him and stayed with him for a little while. I didn't have to take care of him too much because he could still move around.
Right.
I helped give meds and fed him. And, we kind of make amends with everything.
Yeah. You want to take care of people, and that's a gift.
It is, but you have to find the right people to take care of.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. So my point is, if that's your gift, make it your purpose, and just move forward with it. I mean, when you don't have a purpose, that's why you kind of stay in limbo. You have to have a purpose.
That's true.
You have the groundwork. You just have to just love yourself enough to be like, listen, this is enough, honey.
Absolutely right.
But I appreciate that. This is crazy. Like all this time, I would have never thought. I knew it had something.
I was like, I'm not gonna do it. But today I was like, no, I don't do it because I don't talk to many people about it.
Right. All right. Will you take care, and hopefully, I can be some assistance for you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Eat there. Bye bye.